My name is Emma Sandquist. I just finished my third year at California Polytechnic State University, San Luis Obispo, and I'll pass it on to my teammate, Kyler.
Thank you. My name is Kyler Walters. I'm also just finishing up my third year at Cal Poly in SLO.
My name is Evan Quigley. I finished my second year at Cal Poly.
My name is Jamie, and I just finished my second year at Cal Poly studying nutrition.
We're going to talk to you a little bit about AmMa's. It's a sweet potato, millet, soy flour-based flatbread with some cinnamon and whole milk to deliver a complete nutrient profile to pregnant women in Chad, Africa, a demographic that needs help the most when it comes to nutrients. It's also an incredibly sustainable product where all of our ingredients are based from Chad and from Africa in order to help inspire or build up agronomics in that country, which in turn will eventually help political, infrastructure, every other type of impact you can consider, as well as nutritional impact to build healthier people.
So I did a lot of work mostly on the paper and kind of the presentation, getting that all together, looking up the potential impacts, looking up the kind of the economic stability, like where we would want to put our plant in Chad and the availability of the ingredients, because we wanted, after we formulated, we had millet, soy, sweet potato, milk, and cinnamon, so we had to find suppliers for all of those and then kind of look up a transport network for those items.
I was working on the technical problem solving. So for example, the pH levels of the flatbread as well as the water activity. So during the formulation of the flatbread, we were recording what the levels were and potential preservatives like the calcium propionate to reduce the pH and prevent growth of the Bacillus cereus, as well as looking at the demographics as well, seeing what the maternal mortality ratios were as well in Chad, and figuring out the target group for our prompt.
Thank you. As the nutrition major, I really focused on the nutrition of the population, and so what nutrient needs these mothers have and just how to meet those using ingredients that were available in Chad while still making a functional product that would taste good and be edible and stand up to the heat. And I also focus on some of the distribution of our product, so just going through the different programs or nonprofits to get this product to the women.
So when it comes to research, we originally began thinking about the prompt when it said for Africa. That's a really big space, that's a big coverage of people, and we decided to focus in on just one country and one demographic that would allow our research to be very specified, and that way we would be able to expand it based off of that demographic to other countries of Africa. Something that we're really proud of about AmMa's is it's a very variable and I guess flexible product, where we can switch out some of the ingredients and still have an excellent nutrient profile. So instead of using millet, we could use corn. If instead of cinnamon, we can use some sort of curry. Anything that's available in Africa can be switched out, and you still get a simple, easy product to make. The other thing we're really proud of is our line extension ideas, where all of our ingredients would be put into a powder, either spray drying or dehydration and then grinding. And that would be a little bit more shelf stable than a typical flatbread, as well as able to distribute farther across Africa and through different countries, which we're hoping will help develop inter-African trade and agronomics through multiple countries. This product development competition is really unique in the fact that it extends food science and nutrition, which is why we have Jamie, and Evan has some nutrition background as well. It's really interesting. It's very eclectic when it comes to the food science side and nutrition side, because you're looking to reach goals of kind of the logistics of distribution as well as the food chemistry side when it comes to product development and reaching a RDA or nutrition goal for whatever your target population is. I think it's a very real world project. I could see jumping into a company and saying, quickly formulate a new muffin that will help children or something along those lines, and I'll know how to do it. And I think that goes for everybody. It's hands-on. It's great for IFT to, I think it's a great way for IFTSA to build up the next generation of IFT. And we are literally learning how to feed tomorrow.
It really kind of encompasses all the things that you need for product development. It's not just, hey, let's throw these things together that we really want. like we said, we have target nutrients that we want to hit. So we're going to use 47% milk and 27% soy flour. And then you also have to consider things like packaging, cultural relevance, like something that's popular here may not be as popular there. And then things such as sensory, like we can't really do sensory since we don't have a target market and things like that. So it really makes you kind of delve into your knowledge of food science and really apply that in ways that is different than here at home.
For me, it was really the formulation process for the project. Just being able to see ingredients are working. It was very hands-on. The mixing process, figuring out what type of baking we want, what temperatures, and as well as checking the shelf life was very fascinating, like incorporating the jungle chamber, which I thought was very cool. And let's see what else. Just testing other products within the flatbread was just a fascinating experience. Being able to present in front of judges was definitely a learning experience as well, being able to keep calm and actually also hear the other projects out there that are going on, the other culturally diverse products from around the world to hear.
For me, this product development competition really highlights the interface between food science and nutrition. So it's really cool to see them working together, just because you hear so much nutritionists are mad at food scientists and food scientists don't understand nutrition. And so it's really cool just to have this competition where you really know that they have to work together, and I really enjoy working with them. And I learned so much about food science, just all the technical aspects, which I think sometimes nutritionists don't necessarily think about. So just shelf life, the technical problem solving with Bacillus cereus and all those different problems, and just combining that with trying to get nutrients. I think it was a really, really great learning experience, and it'll help me in my career for sure.
One other thing that it kind of incorporates is the economic side and the business side. Although we're not entirely focused on making money in this competition, it is definitely part of the real world, and you get a chance to come up with an economic plan and projections and learn how that does fit into a product development process as well as scale up. The one thing I think for me that inspired me to try developing solutions is the fact that it's going to help people. It's the possibility of helping people, and we do have to feed 9.5 billion people in the next 50 years, and this is learning how to do it. We're the generation that's going to have to do it, and we can.
It's been fascinating how the competition has actually worked with my other classes. So for example, I had my financing class as well as my geography. So both the economic aspect of the project as well as the demographics were tying into my classes. I was learning about the refugees that were coming into Chad because of the conflicts between the different type of farmers in South Sudan. So that's just learning that and how to incorporate that into a project is just very hands-on.
You know, something that's really neat about this competition is it's sponsored by people from all different areas of food science. We've got governmental agencies, and we've got industry, and we've got academia all working together. Partners in Food Solutions is absolutely amazing. I would like to be a volunteer for that at some point in my career. Education is key, and I think we can do that if we have government working with industry, working with academia.